Hi there and welcome back. So in the second video, we're going to check out a trap riser style sound. So the sound we're going to make is going to be something like this. We're going to make it only go up and not down again. So let's start off with a fresh massive. Now the first thing we have to bear in mind is I have a 4-bar region here in Logic. So I want the riser to last 4 bars, and I want it to actually increase in pitch over 4 bars. So not decrease that it did when we listened to it just then. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to apply LFO5 into the pitch slot of oscillator 1, and I'm going to bring that up. Let's do 2 octaves. Now I can do that quickly holding the Alt and dragging up on the pitch like that, which is a great little kind of time saver. Now this one I'm going to pitch up an octave, so it's going to be higher in pitch. You can hear it's going wow, wow, wow. I don't want it to do that. I want it to just to go up. So the way I can do that is set this to a triangle wave. Bring this up to the top to make sure we only hear this one. Now this means that it's going to go up and down during its cycle. If I sync to the project tempo and I make this 8 bars, what that means is it's going to go up for 4 bars and down for 4 bars. But if we only hear the first 4 bars, then we're never going to hear it go down. So we should hear now it increase in pitch and end on 2 octaves higher. Perfect. So now we have the kind of pitch set up correct. Let's get the sound to how we want it to be. So the next thing I'm going to bring in is a second oscillator. And I'm going to bring this one also up 2 octaves. But I'm going to leave this one at its original pitch. I'm not going to bring it up an octave. I'll leave this one on a sawtooth wave. Now, the first one, the one I brought up 1 octave, I'm going to set that to a different waveform. I'm going to try as additive octaves here. So I like the sound of that. I like the way what that adds to the sound. Now the next one, I'm actually going to pitch up 7 semitones. So it's going to be, oh, did that wrong. Take my finger off Alt. That's going to be a 5th higher. So it's a very harmonious interval, and it will sound interesting when it goes up in pitch. I'll set this one to an additive waveform as well. Let's try additive mix 1. And also, I need to pitch this up 2 octaves as well. Try a different one. Yeah, I like it like that. Maybe a little bit too loud. Bring that down a little bit. Okay, what I'm going to try now is on this main oscillator, I'm actually going to set this to a formant setting here, which means it kind of replicates the kind of frequencies that are generated by the human voice. And it'd be quite interesting for pitchy kind of effects. Okay, I like that. I'm happy with that for a basic start. Always checking massive that your level parameter here is up. Mine was already up here, but make sure that's up, otherwise you won't get a nice sustaining note. It'll be kind of louder at the start and then it will tail away, which is not what you want. So next up, we're going to go to the voicing tab. Now, in this unisono section here, we can actually decide how many voices we hear for every single note we play. So I'm going to bring that all the way up to 16, so we can hear the maximum of 16 voices, sorry, for every single note we hear. This will add a volume, so make sure you are aware of that. Now, if you're just adding voices that are identical, then you're just really adding volume. But what we can also do is actually slightly detune and change the cutoff for each voice to thicken it and make it more like a chorus effect. This is great for, as I said, adding thickness and kind of weight to the sound. So we'll just bring that up a little bit on the amount, and we'll bring the amount all the way to the top, but we'll only affect the pitch and cutoff a small amount. Okay, I like the sound of that. We could add a little bit of classic tube distortion. Reverb, of course. Bit of EQ. And we now have a very usable trap style riser sound. From here you could experiment with filtering it, adding vibrato, panning, like we did in the last video, the auto pan, to add some extra interest, and also maybe bring in some white noise. So I hope you found that useful. In the next video we're going to have a look at programming some trap style sequences. Thanks for watching. Remember, at Sample Tools by CR2 we also offer a mixing and mastering service. All you need to do is go to the CR2 Records website, click on the Store tab, then Studio, and all the information is contained there. Thanks a lot.